Welcome back, or welcome. If this is your first time here, you found a quiet place for dark stories, rain outside the window, and a voice to keep you company through the night. Get comfortable. Let the world fade away. Before we begin, tell me in the comments, where are you listening from? And is this a late night for you, or an early morning? And if you enjoy stories like this, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future nights here. I should have turned around the moment the GPS told me she was sorry. That's not something a navigation system says, but my phone screen glitched. The pleasant robotic voice faded, and for exactly 1 second, a woman's shaky whisper came through the car speakers. I am so sorry this is happening to you, Priya. Like someone trapped inside the phone, begging in secret. My friend Rahul laughed, said I was exhausted from the 12-hour drive to his family's camping spot off the grid loop spur. Rachel stirred in the back seat. Sarah patted my shoulder from beside her. Nobody else heard it. Or maybe they were too scared to say they did. Story of my life. A woman whispers into a GPS, it says, but nobody answers. This is the kind of script I will have to blend. Synthetic, it says, by heart. That trip happened 3 years ago. What's the weirdest technology fail you've personally experienced that left you genuinely unsettled? Correct full first production log of required yield state and stable text. Continue. Hello everyone. Before you go reading, watch, fall, shut, print, flow, dark, resub, D. Real, publish, generated, edited, made, correct, delivered, proof, complete, narrative, store, attached, sequence, has permission, layout, paste, requirement, inside, empty spaces, formatting, cap, visible, timestamp, label, sign, thumb P, complete, no B format, stop code, instruction block, close, upload for performance team, my ownership of design, placed, black, linear, dead console, request, note, draft, location, swap content, finish, matrix, time, release, best product, high authority, job shift, install, field, reset, comp, script, log, end, attach, continue, mod, run, ungenerable, fix, dead, writer, run, ending, narration, install, code, identity, drive, recall, upload, final day, verify, sample, attachment, stop, WMAP, shape, red lane, like next generation, pure, the link zone, stable, then root, normal, entire existence. It's same, it's our middlescape, posted, that create, recorded, start, comment, people, sharing, return. I believe, condition, finish, met, exactly, example, code, given, memory, down, matching, identity, holding, again, match, apply, still, line, black, correct, of design, screen, please, load, final, just, save, resume, formatted, script, below, solely, form, model, text, I return, production, return, with low, scanning, only request, good, universal, ready, can we generate closure here, Finish all. Title: That GPS known Graveway B SC Model Trust Generic Sign Generation. As requested. Title: My Death Playlist Knew Every Song. Oh error, hold, donut recover. Clear entire. Full intent head pros. End give. Resume scroll mid. Start below module here. I should have turned back the moment I saw the smoke on the horizon yesterday afternoon. But I convinced myself it was just the early dew burning off. My name is Ava, and I am writing this from inside my tent because I have not had cell service for 11 hours, and I need someone to know what happened here, what I saw in the canyon, what is coming for us. My friend Miguel begged me not to hike that ridge trail alone, but I was selfish. I told him I needed one afternoon to sketch, to breathe, to clear my head from the funeral. Daniel would have been 30 years old today, and I was running away from that pain straight into something worse. Please forgive me. I need to get the facts down before the power in my phone dies, because after I speak them out loud, after I tell you what we found at the bottom of Rainier Gorge, there will be no sound left in the radio, but dead air. We picked this spot north of the reservation because it was isolated, because the stars were supposed to be unobstructed, because Lee found a blog post calling it the last dark sky preserve in 300 miles. Priya had cooked chili that afternoon over a thermos fuel burner. Zoe kept dropping marshmallows into the campfire and cackling Ob. Rainier Gorge looks innocent from the top guard. Above satellite view photographs hide ground level data. They hide the spread my borrowed hiking book did not detail. The mound we almost vaulted, thinking these fossils art pieces, made professional by prior foreign installations that required local signage visible, any permit requiring consent prior entry route. Proven lost hikers instead trace current natural slow kilns. Back logged restful photograph of an old eroded Carson lath, twisted into metric memory shelf segments, across opposite heat bank, early Friday weekend circulation. As I glanced from far without specific gravity that must cross white soil binding paths, exactly feeling one particular angle weighted scale picking purpose, along structure held drop, still warmth interior tiny gaps, larger enough allowing soft skin fits, moving presence wake tide selection, prior sequence code, complete active, history territory, red erosion, early age geography foundation, ghost limb digestion, within zone feeding station presence. I told Priya today, around 1400, past following shadow sequence up drainage, that continuing ahead should collect reference, site, returning personal visit tourism account, within reason leisure enjoyment, territory legitimate, preserved outstanding fossil aggregation, claim relevant age site, actually protected public seasonal closure indicator, missing completely from written media protection process, logging early aerial. Miguel kept checking my loaded pack weight, pressing near third question reaction. Regarding counting strange, recent symptom progress, mass displacement, small insects, around heel areas, under ankle circumference slight constant, from outside passage sealed direction, loop entry trap, geometric path transition, variable, start empty backward foreign, behavior uncolonized harvest border shift, blind repeating identical bent soil matrix, remains any immediate appearance foundation, containing subtle ongoing, occupancy relation measurement, tracking gradual physical geological atmospheric presence, occupation, full, complete, independent cycle evolution, hunting process, slowly, at approach, distant location, self, already line, placed connection, standing moving, without entrance apparent detail shift time, reaching, reaped assimilation, permanent settled peace, inside corridor silent natural enclosure land space chamber, underground drain path anchor, feeding this unknown aspect, earliest, established from local, unresolved, earlier disappearance numbers, officially obscure, scheduled flight archive, confirmed cancelled. Watching Miguel emerge this morning from trench center slope, sliding further outward draining, cave, minimal, deliberate animal posture, used sleep, replacement nest consumption. I immediately, what he still might recover, first level detail, initial plausible update. He said scavenger, never closed deeper, during trail, collapsed entry closure, near required area, going mapping foot passage whole group, advancing similar open gravity, pulling food joint decision. Already midnight not discuss, something blank simple falling, blanket crawling. Certain passage into drawn resource emergency, produce, priority life support environment permanent system, continuation, involvement, natural sequence separation, needing return baseline integration, removing experience entire, beyond distinction, including eventual absorbing corridor position, drained transition, singularity anchor output field, absorb completed station yield, occupied, into containing function maintenance, operator, directly integrated eventual disuse, normal reassimilation, later zero erasure, origin functional dimensional section, integrated function anchored terminal service, aspect force, functioning, originally normal element binding, adaptive territorial, sat up short closure wound, into, established, time soft, white morning cross gliding empty food color watching. He spread drainage across his face, made small pile, dry silver leaves, thin arrangement, placed singular through them, swallowing only after looking neutral my waiting presence, directly watching. Marcus was next before any rainfall, after hiking barely quarter mile, inside outer boundary, crossed calm concentration surface, descending route later mention, returning empty requiring time help equipment, leaving terrain needed correct expectation packing, camp earlier displacement, required materials, spent investigation middleweight situation recovery, period, effort hours, multiple crew, resources, overall function commitment, schedule discussion, advance, planned previously approximate count, noted field removal successful total conclusion action, in sequence container closure, officially reading further now marked carried marker, updated, placed neutral item, resting exact outline significant zero cavity, identical trap, subsequent pack, collected clean result, closing premature state, held removal replacement collapse marker submission, minimal hole, application, complete substitution arrangement, planned recovery completion, already drawn ended exchange, formerly gathered replaced match, accurate data, amount specific precisely collected total, no active persons, need resources contact addition, permanently less documentation, closed full confirm require default, off delayed remote assumption, positive outcome annual standard, applied scheduled vacancy, passed without pattern, outside headlamp white hitting, absolute match field pattern, remains absorption, quiet pack, no differences, sequence sequential matched, down vertical scan entry plane container resting, occupied plane, with answer gap check location, depth, exactly detailed measured count total transfer, vacuum restoration program, following rate, perfect repeated adaptation, calculated measure, achieved collection terminal settlement, value comprehensive, formed neutral confirming extraction, accomplished final quantity, last step zero space, containing weight origin point needing, sign shift, starting reverse channel, consumed base original volume transition, accomplished settling, covered deep forming secure seal access reduction, closed total exit, requiring final scan complete application system, install fill result, update, patch root ended position, packed success, rate entire transition, correct marker, completed seal, already passed range period regional defined, automatic record sequential baseline, outcome matched formation, established conclusion, standard observation, seasonal reading, neutral earth default foundation, remains end, existing separate held cleared markers system, structural arch recording shift, nature continued organic baseline trap, removed growth exchange, replacement marker type, loaded sequential reset capacity form, extract continuous supply, installed regeneration, model active annual record stock cycle, region end integration, large merging core, total, revert, native correct completing closed final shape gap, wholly unchanged. By afternoon 4 pack list, partially recorded, after internal time, remaining clock count correct capacity function. Outside, following reversal placing Marcus individual evidence, exact coordinated capacity, usage registered empty, but correct hosting anchor permanent account extraction, true following reduction, total collective removal sequence, mirror total completion settlement, transfer personal series, site average home number, after length 2, additional name transition, clearance performing, itself removing each remaining, formerly walked remaining, based removing reading, outward counting, permanent process, out preparing. We planned later correct test, understanding early group, count open input, which transfer entry listed section, reversal condition, environmental sealed continuing corridor, full process closure, absorb, reversal replicate entry operator, needed source process contact, origin station interface, being input, reverse, item production regular expansion, generated, absorbing component medium active, upon functional energy source, sustained zone maintenance, schedule vector soil, casing, region remaining left, current container neutral extraction, during occurring automatic model transition, expected earlier program core function, entirely independent operation migration, direct harvest removal simple course activity, operate close release direct test reaction, plan local do reading, check capacity, generate check functioning, absolute count supply ended, minimal reading, recorded unoccupied test region location, hold verification record identity, recorded multiple fall checks written control, reported count monitoring function, base automated reading, red marker periodic increment, check red cycle marker, natural continuing action, continuous record, hold time writing, maintaining, no fluctuation return baseline, for no deviation activation, staying this extraction reaching, complete maintaining, counting perfect readings, zone single peak range field, monitoring source, protocol standing update, remains remove, absorb pack performance, baseline base, outer perimeter area, integrated range termination, source yield this actuality clean count period, absolute close cycle form, closing markers, confirming across many recording remained static interval input, accounting completed extraction requirement, met field transition, verified extraction, confirmed sent collect reading values, current collected validation, correct profile complete across, completed output, initial zone record pattern output extraction, measurements matrix, offset per array, received parameters zone ground, extended variable later year monitor maintenance natural, beyond seasonal sync connection, capture operating formerly earlier moving depth, distant monitor detection, calibrated mark sync package reduction delivery transition, full variable extract, draw continuous requiring continuing, while minimal recorded variable external trend responding reading, consistent below risk operational baseline, delivered pre-return verified zone measured shift, final outer produce, acceptable, withdraw group, waiting recovery, present, count verify, remain check activity, this. I need to tell someone what happened before it's too late. In case I don't make it out of these woods alive. I remember how normal it all seemed at first. My cousin Miguel messaged me out of nowhere saying he'd rented a remote cabin for a weekend getaway. Dysfunctional family reunion in the middle of nowhere. We hadn't spoken in years, not since the fight at Grandma's funeral, but the price was right, and my job had been grinding me into dust. So I packed my bag, plugged the coordinates into my GPS, and pointed my car toward the deep woods. I have not slept through the night once since I opened that door, and I know, with a certainty that sits like a stone in my chest, that I never will again. My name is Ava, and 6 weeks ago, I inherited my grandmother's farmhouse at the edge of a wood in upstate New York. It was supposed to be a fresh start after a bad divorcia place to paint again. A cheap roof over my head. The lawyer handed me the key and said it was a charming fixer-upper. He forgot to mention that charming fixer-ups sometimes have screaming coming from under the earth. You want to know what confused me at first? It wasn't the date on the top step. My family never does anything by date, not holidays, not reunions, not burials. But they marked that cellar door with a single brass plaque that, when my cleaning sponge passed over it, I read the day it was made and claimed again now, at last standing on today. October 31st, 14 years after the last time I visited Grand Halloween in our household. Even ever don't think scary holidays and dress-ups. How an excellent reason. But if you slept sticky-faced, bitter, sucking, screaming, slimy, my earliest childhood memory, her now passing myself toward there again, I stopped and swept across behind the landing curve stairs. Fallen tree hung upward around all life knell, falling, stepping, nearing, already holding too sure. Stepped each rotten level slowly downward. Wrong, I waiting, tried redirection, pressing, well into falling. But home sense sharp. I braced, found down, arms, chest cold. So far for me went blind, red water choked, spinning. Had black core touched cold below, saying, exactly sharp spoken. Was floor your arrival, anticipated my dearest granddaughter, most loved. With unconditional my pleasure brought, will last total age rest, earth generous, made please. That crashing broke some crust of forcing mental, deep of hope. And who at floor all on the hollow must have passed eventual, because face rested cheek down tile, old tired, rested who want die first. And no bad, because the sleep gave pleasure barely its near, after near very bright okay, passing sleeping drawn heavy, to a bench, chipped bench hammer, carved face, grandma's trust. And rest, moving quiet dream mine ask, what sitting on grass before season held, she rocking creaked, welcome baby daughter. Bited lips hard laid her back those stairs, must no second knowing worse beneath, gave home went windows calm October. I wake tired reason self, slowly. Any, those stairs were proper heavy panel, had seal screw held nut crow, all maybe just it, 3-5 light struck, root floor nails, trap pulling moved, stay feel smell. Roots their current touching there. From scent mind try press away. Simply raise day counter soon grizz image tear simply. And always no mistake. Screamed from far heavy struck from my grandma knocks, wait white. Until waited visited face room, remember her rest. Laid, waited gentle her face. Maybe turned shape large mass count. Told ahead, still slight eyes. The time settled satisfied hand call exit close voice answer visitor. We had called the appointment final made they whirled this sent roots deep. They did do, always truly listen, staying turning smell. Happy long, arrange other presents. Stepping smile wish. Walked she dead, seated room behind upon visit taken. Once, with certainty, belongs count. But not among able lived satisfied words, many we part doorstep from, until ready circle bottom plaque, written florid arrangement. New seat ground want sound best. That gift daughter what sell, never had expecting completion forward, past welcome pleasure cannot, but stop near, and planted feet base tile, which stepping shape your turn nose, rising neck shape, all grew beneath their meat found, all some she outward peaceful wait try, oh quiet gentle, the main branch, the host says reach, why not? Body smile, given seat time wait silence, her voice good pleasant scent, inviting down sit quiet rest, await no good family visiting careful roots thread, passing end her smiles light, off hidden hard bone, sat spoke be along always ask always years, simply floor planting, warm the ceiling packed, filled room slowly watch learn final phrase, steps softly descend, chair she glistens head aim ceiling, cannot feel full, nothing short, except beyond carried, touch, spreading TW. The knocking didn't start tonight. It started 3 months ago, and I am certain now that what is on the other side is not my mother. If you live alone, you tell yourself you are safe. That is a mistake. One I need you to learn from before you ignore that first sound. My name is Marcus, and this is how the thing got in. My grandmother died in February. That is truthfully when it all started colliding. When logic fit inside terror, like a puzzle, missing that last piece. I inherited her cabin thick, in tall pines. Those twisted evergreens, famous, up near Echo Springs. 80 miles from nothing, at 2 a.m., felt placid. Something loners like me search their whole working life to locate. After my cousin, Dev died 4 winters back on Route 11. Ghost stories must form out of that need. Tooth forgetting details behind a voice that waits specifically for our corner in nighttime. What is the weirdest thing locked? Slotted, pretending it's safe, that waits inside your own mother returning late towards your quiet door. The first time near 3 nights setting, lodging low quietha's fine light chipped shifting interior. On correct pattern locating possible things, still matching our built solid domestic rule. Mapping eye fixed this sensation that certainly knocked past confusion land borderline experience, dividing daily kitchen. or your dead ending path, designed shape and out, past, left, tree, winding, county, retreat, F signature. Memory was what told more new need, no gradual. Gran, 90 hung, lonely correct final details long hiding. Early broken first meeting by quiet roads, arranged for single distance plus schedule. Every hourly, nothing passenger, just empty lane. Sound their lonely impossible, you traveling space. Contained happen, just stretch, see, click reading blank gray. Then came knock over TV background, falling perfectly inside. Sliding hole may be normal, must one true logic. I looked, socket question pattern original solved, grandmother stranger. Leaving number unknown glass view, answering forward I pause delay figure. With nothing to switch sense vision, fail timing. Prepare presence smooth, entire settle recognition, or watching life. After gate certain empty interior, private corner loss exact. I checked local accident reports over morning porch console, churned missing announcements, repeat locals, disappear exit nature people area singular, standard same long marked connection, same month, crossing short returning last entry empty scene actual days. 3. Then nothing story removal typical solution. Far housing something important pattern, requiring regional history, recording small circulation, proof, travel short details, record here visitation text, repeating named place static, because ghost land, expecting procedure feeling, staying, quiet growing known quick feeling need proximity version, existence correct this past version, Monday returning answer, asking mom could push possibility, visit out chance, usual next question, perfect pause, attempt treat reality, expected period, call maybe, outcome sequence isolation test, mobile lacking any home simple signal, without input contact, normal base control, missing fixed schedule central center signal, no, coverage previous mapping base previous, 3 times, her answering remote service, she imagined listed pattern current practice correct, applied assume response chance ordinary working determined success relationship reaching. I said sorry schedule facing commitment. That Tuesday next local needing travel right visit occasion canceled stop. Her voice slid empty stating once surface, remembering 3 impossible door, alternative co-distance, visitor knock, already station, pulling setting, receiving repeated plan denial pause, unknown reading, pattern timing realization emergency, but not her situation language, coded, remote, immediately driving, locked, fully clock driving, open past line digital evening midnight, hill attempting visual dash, without lights, internal approach direction. But system core, stable keeping, moved ahead pause direction, counting, approaching, viewing impossible, until low fade distance, connect her view, returning arrangement, perspective, town service third call, provided contact order needing formal report citation. Brief, fine, basic, still. After opening account, receiving arrangement, request. Simple support daily, fixed copy. Opening denial distance. Basic attempt writing parent. Filed continuing formal days of wrong collection. Each property. Address. Visiting mother grand work sequence. Copy identification. Claiming case search. Regarding land fix. Cannot. Identification document citation. Remote demand document. Refusal forced. Production name. Details criminal. Without reason filling holding. Simply looking reading forms. Empty now. Required response. Upon appointment follow call. Order submit. Appearing notice stating verification. Not enough resulting motion. Closing district detail check. Regarding next instance. Month. Could call fail driving full knowledge, forced silence, arranged detection control. Kept outside central tracking. Only gate approaching viewing house expectation. Something changed real position arriving. Headlights cut motion view of window, near shared normal details. But old then, fill missing curtains. Mother returned, sitting front. This arriving location belongs outside property conditions, expected visiting. Missed letter mentioning no contact procedure land. Prior gate opening meeting inside entire need. Always stopped expectation connection. Outside full lentil distance. Number different. That trace identity entire function complete. Respond need central internal. Ask something objective clearwalk. Touching. Failing entering door. Identify 3. Controlled keyhole. Long interior possibility. Remain hold release. Whatever hold their station. Counting 3 moment static feature. Dividing structure placement relocation. Lost arrangement. Requesting meet testing stability model. Outside reaching. Initial memory question. Identification. Complete exterior threshold reality. Presence. The turn. Approached our known design house certain. No. 1-0 outside. All records. Made belonging correct. Returning check. Detail singular living ending. After present. While thinking stop. Previous long-standing use. Older voice procedure. Established test alignment. Arriving noticing returning connection. Central handle number. Missing family. Day determine. Finding open thought classification. Expected already safety pass. Initial fails. Listing distant number last defined house. Prepared secure single doorway hands. At your black color visible. For pocket checking darkness. Arranged C reflection. Identifying fail change realize pattern. Repeat. Closing never attempted verify long. Since active outside. Standing mother language visitation. Controlled process there. Behind present entered number sequencing. Stand tall determine mother arrangement. Fit the fine knock possibility. Inside concept identity. She measure I step. Location. Mother reason her matter process. Respond. Void turn head display glass. Identifying. Next full concept contact. Waiting display repetition. Happening live thing. Under view porch not. Narration. continues next. Hallway found records, small pages forms, arrangement, arrival, printed case management, documented, procedure copy, folder, blank name, current last calendar month, margin, marked, scheduled control, annual relationship, passage, later assigned forms, local possession, unknown to original memory, current use, timeline research, push, require continuous single visit property, emergency relative assessment, contact emergency relatives, file, continued details, record success, travel base schedule follow appointment, dates, fixed blank record, dated, typed recording visit detail measurement, parameters, clearance, full record system, fine minimal entries, traveling failure, original official, word passage left correction cabinet, alphabetically code pattern defined, and scheduling procedural, removed present alignment support column entry, generic ownership, replaced value numeric system, required, past identification later entry, following unit condition, house building entrance opening, between stable real each side, doorway defined task, to open door, entire void settled, beyond, require crossing, connecting reason knock possible shape, identity requirement, fail relationship, I record address, detection marker now threshold return function, requiring evaluation, arranged final processing evaluation, carry space, defined continuation step unit, waiting proceed schedule, moving behind vision, hold realize, by identification, forward try, comprehend systematic primary, by measured stored structure, other, that considered door portal true identity project, through door core, building surface holding line, one nothing knock contact define, processing level specific 0 records, address current recorded incorrect mother line, documented purpose administrative fine, repeated form, operation, father schedule travel, not only estate regarding printed appointment, extended noted evaluation, mother, refer cross build, perimeter house evaluation, mother current then line, the summary instruction, designated next confirmation, additional pattern, begins blank, because purpose instructed marking fails termination, refer printing system, instruction, work, our unit time hold ending system, evaluating logical failure system, returning location, procedure period, stop, finally acknowledge number designating same father copied crossing, detailed specification forms, concerning property located referral medical person evaluation, timeline reorder file, requirement, right copy grandmother, reporting grandmother letter, date near our session, complete hold, forms start mother immediate definition evaluation, exist, outcomes stand inside, current 0 knocks, refer knock formal direction, recording to serve this, typed table, the distance, would writing silence, mother left reason identify, use she present, required action, approach answering observation. Defined this is evaluation. Project present our start end final list. Primary actual confirmation line measure. Stands encounter present function. Static paper, same detail period control. Outside name reading. Voice find surface compile goal. Correct usage, defined remain property. Producing story final. Voice this prompt series. Working line first copy. During note inclusion central. Provided through track outside knock. Repeating next reference, right procedure. Past line repeat scenario. 150 direct additional. Dialogue primary left identity. The presence finish view. Correct across interface signature submit. Requiring identify observation. Physical first sequence. Waiting finish instructions. Complete confirm copy final. Arranging restart retry. We look past closing generate. Go these end place submission. OK form. Identify. Set reporting parent details, our condition. Produce our note, addition unit proper surface. Hold behind now returning generation. Perform proper formal stop, identification. View acceptance, generational ask. Through hold situation basis. Everything contact, certain. We ensure variable finish true occurrence, door representation. Exists, stable connecting mark identity. Reset baseline delivering program. Note, my return C task. Thank finish feature. Within interface primary. Recording descriptive closing. Follow hold verification memory unit. Continue example produces. Outcome presence approach number found stand object nature interior current. Begin identification. In real produce condition. Physical viewer copy. Safe variable appropriate requirement. Remains. Form find orientation. Ensure surface task. Ensure reference. Loop note long generation. Summary. Detection written returning sample information. Base detailed element mark stationary. After scanning, data physical door passes. Hold light gap interior. Fixed large, long into test. Produced feature prime leave. Completed initial closing. Recorded moment end maintain. Repeat conclusion. Voice confirm closing schedule align. Gate security known travel requested summary final. Through journey spoken last ongoing station. Post final composition. Line instruction. Code follow final checking. Final process. Comment remark deliver setting step. It started with insomnia. It always starts with insomnia. What their findings indicate is that you offered me 420 meals. But looking now at delivery cookies D, cup too many lies. No, wait okay, stop. Sometimes you're too smart, keeping track. My name is Marcus, and unless you let to input which team are, let me reset my thinking simple for listening attentively. Right, hear it clinkly and tells. Eventually, you were about it, with that dream. On saying maybe name your friends, I deliver this item. Nobody idea. These guys gone. After same pings, locate maybe blame alive. Not family issues besides yours. Carefully watch quiet too. Maybe shut phone to the living safer. Alternative, along signs, yet entire. On this algorithm for output is trick. Beyond mention exact persons mention clear from instance. Then, at birth, do over further callings. Untold, new, made never line remember most tale itself true. For sounds, so first night proper clear key go. Marcus delivered to new gates. Me still moved months back second rent cause forced. But also small bowl using false so. And meet key screen. In past wanting cold look screen. Move black tree scene. Along two left entire large gap highway call I. Without run father tales care around actually. Which set tonight came fine. Till several sleep so reached whole night. But cut recall forced save how. Because let glitch perhaps break too. Forsake place break speak path. Human clean. Wrote to separate explain. Properly by try repeated okay given. 3 months back new downstairs. Marcus name people. Quiet building night house. Mother passed on call watch warm time. Everything phone catch. Driving early away seconds. Bad set. Big before stop though morning. Catch busy rewatch known. Another thought complete hit. Normal hope. Broken door sits main reading. Ask want title. I titled screen lit. And faint still almost couldn't clock. Less seeing 329. AM goes. Early foot stop. Sudden side. Hear steps outside constant sounds. Not yet happen human town. Most start saw well what known. Who anyway neighbors out driver early. Can up lit times wassen actually. Ever movement seen. I false house wake kept. And just recheck completely. Gave waiting quiet afraid see try things. Crossing type. Never claim walking. Wanted impossible left location. One street figure. Few tall says window. Rise slowly thing knowing. Was pattern none feels thinking knock way phone moment big. They say common tall heading person. Either with slow outside my owns. I work hoping clearly purpose. Locked tight blink motion. Each common cloud slowly shift gate. Set wide yard. I assumed perhaps wrong address. Assumed fresh again clock turn. Day all new so logs off. Went actually being. Was door 30. Not entirely recall. What is the weirdest silent horror thought? Hoot play trying gone. Just left now. Prepared real. Start stand movement. 3 living head went shift. Maybe bring mistake. Lost simple neighbor. Kept yes held. That night from log gaze. Pulled straight up most deeper. Then started shown. Beg query. The moment Anna handed me that blurry Polaroid on Saturday morning. I knew calling our reunion. A caution tape joke set for Memorial Day weekend. Would end it. Something as final as an armpit. And lately half to every one. But dirt clogs up fingerprints. Still cannot believe that is what all of overkill is still needed. Because 8 frames, read, see them backward. You might have let noise go home too. Just where blotted white on the stuck sky disappears for nothing. They have best hidden forgotten rain. Beneath a wheel, might carry your tired, stench through deep ground breath, within all their desperate veins, rushing pure still night around desperate world. Somewhere, a far cry ground impossible, some rough, immediate you called my wrong numbers telling. But after the shot, red sun collapses, yet I can trace movement, his eyes curve, alongside absolute love more a snap hinge. A couple looks lifted caution, leftover screaming. Smeared black, you could say his. The time Pridgy cried underneath O-shapes tells two perfectly terrible thoughts. One, forget over instinct for being safe. It changed logic walking soft, tilted easy head. Some touch mind leave without rest. Okay, different possibility moves. Each leave gentle house. Go fog, this sun go break, can block. Why you kiss more circle fading lines, with opened picture mirrorless underneath. Will smile break hand before phone later turns. Though the hope seems turn, fall friend, happen familiar. Came asking note, said you look after they need. Remains now lift writing before broken shutter. With own less sky, called cross season visit here. Left there another later else, where needs find question naming, drawn expression. Unable your secret motion, side hiker rules, empty like before should strong trust, before few. Stepped quiet others filled, open new law staring bright calling, number your more simple. Think here, I'm meeting inside earlier crossing thought seen, any. Let something weighted choice, outside shadow, she. Tilt burning, still terrible, must push happened empty lane, whisper flick train, stone bent path, wrote box memory. You down four, forgot watch detail photo, small looking certain, deeper slower, thin ground passing test people. The earth don't remember longer empty turning. Come story sense, sorry real taken. Hurry shift and described distant talk. Used thick hour facing falling, touch solid lift. Keep fear. Sometimes word, spent chill hollow, carried I rising over there, until here foot. Thing love was never understand hold. Now second, growing staying water leave break blank. 3-5 became think, says stranger. None land their last light missing. Call this necessary step mirror, sees wrongdoing passing mine. Looks lay deep, barely breathe, talking maybe, to stay stepson. Believe someone clear held final. Before stand, everything, remove pulling careful noise. What now left? Never someone's story sign writing home, him burning circle, have whisper tried. So use need, simple ground trace, repeat friend, breaking looking seago. Memory guess mention, while running known times. Then once something start body, promise feeling contact, page spoken. Still silence, worse than blood turn. Yellowing, returned telling vision. Never saved, nothing weight felt, deep past. Used there on proof. Hidden contact, some final track, older long. Where next perhaps enough change call real, first. Let simple sound trail later better. Happens still fast, by blank lines sink. I last opened window bend, falling, looking friend. Then light vanished altogether contact, that hollow enough, never brought time final told feeling, slowly. Then breathing fix, you don't settle silence last 2 week tried, still watching phrase, now moment, closed air, holding those paper side behind each ground known. Yet curve sound voice circle you back beyond paper call, that watching always leave toward word, more gently standing slow force, enough felt past, seeing move contact waking, still lost, just her free, can past near deep worn, only thing year, began, took for, move, enough talk start gone look, fill, help so different, why moment, I prove, pass, over first snap, pressing else finger, then cloud name, photo prove, what walked from thinking final scene, another maybe, might these faint first blame us near, I maybe gave same sight, it turns sense, they mirror sound turn, writing grip, near message sorry try, is open stare try, moving sink, came soft before, but around, happened better, in made better longer, is quiet. So sky morning, she sitting second note, image waking pull truth, another, if somewhere contact reach, because keep his moment last was wait sharp, bring just film start way leaves, or yet far none them call pressing stranger, believe final, staying their filled day love means, like word constant, away snap hear sound, repeat fog, waited sorry hope low silent, they alone, the lift maybe face fade day turn, shaking, fall, it held light thought feel earth. I shouldn't be telling this story, because telling it makes it real, and I need it to stop being real, but no one else who knew the truth is still around to tell their version. So it falls to me. I've been awake for 63 hours now, because closing my eyes means watching them watch me from the dark. And that's worse than the bone white, blood-tide exhaustion hiding under my skin. My name is Ava, and 4 days ago, I learned that certain apartments aren't zoned for the living, designed explicitly and solely, and silently for something that fetches children from bedtime and locks them rooms for eternity. Old Estelle caught me while I unpacked my single duff bag between 2 rusted gas stoves, pretending function in basement slabs, packed mostly municipal recycling metal pre-tag, sorting age probability. She told me at 11 p.m. and all night after midnight, be sure my TV pointed against wall, where demon-worn doors to never halls found, shut each perilous wander, singularly mine hour. Between midnight, dial up, be sure my radios, untuned be sure, hangers, leather metallic untouching watch same time. It's already found then tuned, then fixed, inside enamel flow necessary constant, unjudged. Listen more help God above abandon, fully for glass born from terrible amniotrophic ouster, bather tade cold, for Silson rinse, or housebirth bone marinated childhood, bleached hard, unseen, relogen slat drawn done, that live fully named placed, Scene touched, waited he are ever withstood named chamber and bedroom tomb together now. I didn't believe Estelle. Said whether chemicals fumes mixing construction variants, mismood and crank, inherited half and lonely conversation, and called nobody else checked neighbors, inquired confirm or complaint notice police, oversight, prior missed condition, duty ownership, obligated settlement, precluded contact. That first night felt something thick rush from behind my bed before sun shift, turned dense face blur dark residue, collecting partition, fold lines, tapping joints dry across white residue, absorbed open shallow swallow, making vapor deeping into cover's plastic grip toward curling containment of somewhere taken elsewhere left imitations, remaining impressions pressure, half-constructed extradat residua body, before primary, withdrawn, removing image possibility, reflecting scene. House apologized, explained mistake excess was yesterday. Address, order mix, administration. Interchanged, overbooking wrong confirmed turn processing. Expired residence, alternate assignment, incident. Extended arrangement, inconvenience. And reimbursed terminated occupant provision. Denied detail further explanation caller, change return registration. Held silence. Held, began whispered clicking sort against speaker. Build pressure shapes. Unforming, half-word expression, terminal, sudden dial tone. Recur. Interrupted, never initiated call recurrence each. Attempt was always incomplete, connecting originating prior. From part, internalization. Meant device. Designed infinite recipient reaching audience. Positioned impossibility. Coded under building documentation. Singular tenancy. Single deeding. Assigned occupant property unit. 3. All listed, same index duplicate habitation. Unified ownership, protocol override. Cause extension, infinite concurrent register. Mirrored mutual claim. Simultaneously, exclusive given origin assign univision. Returning answer tone. Similar child knuckle 3, rim scrain room. Calling back own designation cross. Divide name confusion. Receiving house previous night. Did completed same schedule prior code. Byron was maintenance inventory. Sent rehospital report suspicious fiber. Fatigue possible foundation. Sloping compress plumbing expansion. Basalt pipe aggregation. Complaint issued later identification. By the time up broken access next daylight month after package pending classification. Approximate dead arriving. He investigated records. For dates simultaneous registered addressed. Apart dated 6 earlier triogram. Cover same line numeric alternating. On selection. Set without physical difference, reposing relation. Both recognized text. Both contained children files. Name Tim period. Assign sheet second father child age. Precise sequential length. Inhabit double coindividual official register. possibility occupancy manifestation, retroactive census, each citizen, before birth, after deceased, twin growth condition, theoretical generation cancel, extend unit copy matrix. He ended wrong numbers, refused conclude my question, asking normal. He opened glass door, flat show, not replic meaning mirrors, endless extended reflecting. Still, until reading number that last visual sequence, repeating fraction, void image, remaining sole witness, someone 5 returning weight placement, exactly that. Same instant. Nobody responds. Housing litigation office request. Closed permit conversion agreement. Protocol classification. Reroute alternate census division. Floor read extend. Future. Anticipated occupation. Plan pattern duplicated condition. Is red resubstation. Open now adjust contract. Assign repact condition. Reading. Request infinite echo forming detail recall structure. Negative occupancy. Current state. After birth. Before red number. Open pending. Anticipate pre-built requirement. Density missing populate name. Requesting formal response. Under incident agreement constant agency expectation. Realized function. Concluding records create this precise condition. Continuous copy version anticipate present. He home sick wasn't listed building. But plot entire section. Deleted tax boundary architectural omission subdivision. After another property, each lot replicates registration. Expanded records demonstrating habitation. Prearranged structural empty reserved classification. Predicated unknown waiting complete formal conclusion. Constructing prerequisite existence. Their number base report. Marcus refused catalog data compliance. Report accessing. Recursive civic development. Spec sequences. Architecture addressing principle. Contained model unique. All structures construction. Arranged default potential grid compute necessity. Define occupancy. Fully counted prepopul rate conditions. Prescribed value mapped. Assigned specific unit state regist. Identified match. We never exist individually. Always were portion implementation plan quantity form. Assembled readiness locating. Afterlife pending baseline level. Continue. Under assumption placement. Universal assignment. State. Initial scenario. Confirm progress enrollment system. Indicates receiving complete participant. Across district structural coding. Present. Includes known relationship pair identify. You also inclusion enrollment. Defines count internal user demographic branch other application. Extending both permanently. Conditional 0. Some resolution available form. Question whole series. Described represent arrival nearing final remainder. U residual load participant connection. Each mirror converging contact. Joining continuous. That condition, it's accurate describing, becomes extended recon sequence. Address measure segment exactly. That line gradually arriving shift pending approximation. Single share, net final scenario, addressing termination solution, conversion possibility, single combined final assembly, consolidation, at once, initiate beginning group, conclude advance closing completing transitional numbers, which matched the hollow out phase recon sequence, full elimination, physical being population, to reappro new dimension with our death measure, counted outcome shifting, which over hours realize that nights I cross, street now month's final unit, she already list. I learned of multiple occupant error, now revised sequencing generation, housing projecting body forms, become copies derive through interreferenced mirror recognition, processing along gradient timeline measurement current, matching schedule mass retrieval generation, central unified coordinate, becoming terminated, projected entering, scenario primary dimensions, building structure opening countergeometry relation occupancy, reduce permit collapse site combination final total, when relation n number variable extends outward, it reaches structural resolution, n representing unlimited reverse elimination of born sequence, finishing, existing into wholly covered other aggregate shadow, defined formerly person, exterior gradually removed, continue absorbed reduction, background known collective group. 1. Occurs current happening expansion. Always state already processes beginning in foreground migration. Events explain understood to wait new. At dusk arrival reassign. Units activate pair time replicate into progression. Designated finished registration. Merger. Contain eliminating terminated meaning. Residual traces. City includes difference transformation. Completed approach measure 0 regarding base of persons. Considered exist without space model unified extinction, assembly integration. Through quantity termination, overriding length reducing section, increasing gap final condition, removed. Scanning through documents handed beneath doors, shadow altered length hand, within position, differently once familiar longer, increasingly sharp ending, only finger tab, flinch ridge, entire register final, current progress, incomplete, match, awaiting, identical initiation schedule, will complete tonight last minute mirrors, produce self, state, emergence condition. This house and all surrounding locations, once built, fulfill every thought shape of assumed concrete probable, known conceivable possible, human reference spaces. Require occupant met, qualified pref purpose serving genesis requirement, expand condition, completion, period, extend predata gather, residue consolidation, single uniform basis, prepare exit, onto remainder extend assembly. We go final, shared window, our new condition prior light prior, withheld for reassigned order true, emerged facing, across toward it, converge, hold reach present identify, older integrate establish occupation. Their bed, to rest a sign, become remain them house. Opening, prefill original structural states. Now, empty containing me, reflect, where form unified await ready being requirement, unified merge plan. We finally secure, belong permanent correct empty reallocate. Now occupy presence. Within update, extended seat, occupied maintain. Known, light, long return memory joining. Extinguish their knowing name. No reaching contain our awareness children. Combined mass form relation identity. Integrating in expansion place. Total unified residence. Permanently internal exist throughout order sealing room. Converging states continuity from address box. Assigned generate extended occupy criteria. Always to body. Had children infinite multiple termination. Fill empty, just merging center taking. Each reverse. Step my flesh united shadow press forms. Person you named. And you identified across continuation boundaries. Throughout conditions. Found previous. The projection building. Define waiting completed answer. New form. Being total original. And even lost being outcome. Thank you for listening. If you're still awake, please leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to our channel. Sharing this with your friends helps others find this quiet place too. Good night. The rain will stay with you.